All right. Hello there. This is Brene Flurnoy. It is 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you are able to pop in or catch the replay of this live broadcast. Let me make sure you see what we are getting ready to work on, and let me make sure I show this over on the TikTok land. Let me see if I can do this without tearing the place apart. Hold on one hot second here. We are working over to get over there. Let's see if I can pop this part right over here. All right. So this is what we're getting ready to work on. I'm super excited and ready to get started. So let me go ahead and without further ado, get started on our football in the snow. So that's what we're working on. Oh, you know what? I've got the microphone on. I just want to make sure. Have I turned it on? Hold on one second. Let me make sure that's linked up here. I think it's on. It's flashing at me, so I don't know, y'all. I think it's on. I think we're good. I don't know if it's supposed to be one green light or two. They got two on there, one stopped flashing. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope that you are staying warm wherever you are. We are ready to get started. Let's see. Let me make sure this other camera is good and we're ready to add that to the scene. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip a few things around. Let's see, is that screen going to be good? Nope. Let's go back here and then let me remove. All right, I think we're good there. So this is our paint cam. We are ready. We've got our paint. We've got our praying. This is my little tester practice sheet here, just in case I need to try out a color. And we've got our praying and we're ready to go, okay? I think it is. Hey, they're beautiful. I'm on your live, girl. You know I can't help myself. But we're over here. I hope you're well, staying warm and everything. So, yeah, the weather's been a little bit crazy. And over here, I think I'm about 94% back to breathing right. And I think I hear somebody's snow blower going on now. So let me pop on and show you one more time what we're painting today. And then we're going to get started painting. Now, we know it takes a moment for all the notifications to go out. So this is the cute image that we're painting. Football in the snow. And we're going to just rock it on out. Yes, it is so cold. So cold. And I think I need to stand up so that I can see the glare. All right. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I don't know if I'm going to do two paintings today or just this one. I haven't decided. Let's go ahead and get some water in here. This is just a little plastic container that I use over and over again. And this is a water bottle that I never drank out of. Just I refill it with the water out here. You know, I don't know about all the bacteria and the cooties and everything like that, but yeah, I thought I'd put that out there. Let me turn the music up just a little bit more, and I'm ready to go. I'm trying to decide if I need anything over here. Usually I save this one for when I need some pink. I like these colors over here. I don't know why they put that one in there. It looks so nice and cute, but it is not really doing anything. I wish they had a double blue, you know, or a double pink. But anyway, we're going to keep moving. I don't know what was up in there. Oh, I think that was my orange. I think my orange fell out. I think that's what that was. It's having a hard time staying in there. Okay, let me turn this up and we're getting on down. And I don't want the music to be too loud because I also noticed that sometimes your voice competes with it. I'm going to go ahead with a little wet on wet back here in the background, just so that I can just establish the sky. Let me move my paper towel over a little bit more. Move that out of there. And I think we're ready to get started. Okay, let me wet my blue over here just a bit, just to kind of get it, wake it up a little bit. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just get that blue going back here, just adding a little bit of water and just moving it along so the paper has a little bit of water to drink and it's not too thirsty, and the paint will kind of float on top. Now we're ready. Okay. And I'm going to just carefully come around. And if any mistakes are made, we can usually go back and clean it up with a little bit of acrylic paint. This is that praying watercolor. Let me go around this little edge here, and we're just going for it. Now we can, of course, go in here and make it a little bit darker because our and I got to keep that moving. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I get that paint over in here. And this is a bigger area back here, so I could have used a larger brush back here, but this is okay. This will be fine for what we need. I'm gonna come back along this edge again, come back along here again. Awesome. And because that water is soaking in, and this is what do you call it, 65-pound index paper. And I know I need to try that what do you call it, multi medium paper, something like that. All right, I'm going back up over here. This paper is saturated. Let me get a little bit more water right here, and we're going right along here, and we're just going to smooth that out. And honey, the way these lights are set up in here, I'm just trying not to knock things over and hurt myself, because then it'll be a whole different show. All right, we're just going to go up here, and we're letting it soak in a little bit more. I could add a little bit of black, and I may still do that. Let me make sure this blue is over here doing what it needs to do. And make sure it's on all the edges. And just smoothing it out. Ooh! I just splashed a little bit down here to rip off a little piece of this paper towel. Y'all didn't see that. Let me come back over here. Now see if I don't move this. When I say move it, keep that brush moving. Keep that liquid moving. It's going to soak in and leave a line right there. All right, so we've got that going on back here. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to come right on right now and add that. Boy, I got to keep it moving. Otherwise, it's going to soak in right where it is. And I'm trying not to touch the paper too much because it's already saturated. All right, we got to keep that moving, keep that smoothed out. And here we go, back here. And I'm just going to take this right on to the edge. And I don't know if you see some of this stuff peeling up. It's peeling up off of the surface of the paper because it's tired. And it's like, it's had enough. Let me get over here. Ooh, boy, we got to move that. Okay, let me come along this edge. And yes, we have already gone outside the lines, across the lines, but you know, that's just part of it, honey. I just keep it moving. Okay, So here we are. Do I have my spritz bottle? I'm just going to spritz that back there. Make sure it is good and wet for this last little blend here. And I want to come right back. A little bit of that blue and black mixture right here. Okay, and this paper is wet. All right, so this time spent on that background early, that kind of sets the tone right away. All right, y'all, we're just gonna blend this out a little bit. I'm gonna leave the background alone because it is totally saturated. Okay, let me lift this up. It is totally soaked through and it's flopping around like a piece of paper towel. But when it dries, it's gonna be wonderful. Hey there, Eunice. I see you over there now. Honey, please forgive me. Let me check the other one too, just in case somebody's popped on over there, baby. I call myself trying to get that other phone hooked up, but TikTok wants to make you sign in on every device. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So here we go. So the background is done. It's full. We're done with that. We're going to leave it alone. And now we're going to go on in here and get to some of the brown. Let me bring that image up again. All right. So this is our reference image. All right. So this is what we're working on right there. Simple and cute. And let me put this back over there. And I was hoping at this point to have both YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok all on the same StreamYard thing, but I can't figure out the whole TikTok. I can't figure that out yet. So, but that doesn't stop us. So TikTok is right here on my phone, and then everybody else is on my camera. Okay, so let me go right on. Keep this train a moving. I'm going to come in here with a little bit of purple in this shadow. Okay. I don't know about you. It's just something about a little bit of purple. Let me make sure that I don't want it to be too dark. But I know I got to get a little bit of black over up in here. That might be too dark, y'all. But I really should have done my football first. Okay. Just adding a little bit of. So I see on my printout that some of the do this right quick. Sometimes I can't say a word, y'all. I just have to focus on what I'm doing. Okay. Make sure I'm coming right along here. And I am going to come back up over here. Gotta make sure. I think I just colored brown where I wasn't supposed to color it. You know, we're gonna keep on moving with life. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of gray. Now, I am not a football person, never have been, but my family, they enjoy it. My son played football, and be the mama on the sidelines when, you know, they tackle your child and your child doesn't get up. That was no fun. And that happened a couple of times. But he loved it, honey. He absolutely loved it. And I think it's something with the guys where it's like a brotherhood. And my family loves sports. I enjoy them, but Not to that degree where they're in there yelling like like they're getting I'm gonna say getting paid. All right, so we're adding just a little bit of shadow over there, and now we're gonna go in with a little bit more brown. All right. So now I want to wet this. I'm gonna have to move quickly on this as well. We're gonna give this a little bit of water to drink. I'm gonna go in here and I'm trying to stay away from the white, but we may have to touch that white back up. So I'm just gonna take this area right here. And here we go. We're blending this on out. Okay. We want to keep this part moving. Oh, now that might have been a little bit much. And I'm still working with this 1/2 inch size here. Oh, let's keep that moving. Boy, this is wet. But we're going to keep on going here. Whoops. Well, there we go. I probably need to go to that next size down. But we're going for it. Well, we just got some on that white again. All right, so now that area is really saturated. Boy, that really looks horrid over here on the YouTube channel. It looks like it's not a nice, rich, warm brown, but it is. And on TikTok, it's even more like orange than what it is. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I've got to see when you, oh, no, that's too much. Let me hurry up. See when you guys are going to go live. I can come and support. I'm just rubbing this in quickly to move this along. I need to get that other brush. But I understand why my painters do what they do, because I do the same thing. The brush that you came to the party with is the brush you're going to dance with all night. Okay? I understand. Okay? But sometimes you need to tell that brush go sit down somewhere, because you need a different brush. Okay, this is not for the married folk. This part right here is just for the single ladies. All right, we're gonna go right here, move this over here. All right, we're just blending this out, and I'm gonna see which way we need to go with that. Because I think I did mess up and put a little bit of the brown onto the actual white. Get on up in here, and I am using the very tip, like a colored pencil. Well, now that's too much. And I just quickly just dab it off and try to make sure we can keep moving. Now, I really need a lot more paint over in this area. It's bless you, girl. I need to check in with you guys. All right, I'm just gonna go inside of here. Now, I didn't wet it, and I know when I don't, I tend to, I'm just gonna paint it with just a little bit of water, because that just makes the paper less thirsty, and that's the only way I can explain it. My kiddos and I, we have this understanding, and when you see it in action, then you understand. Let me quickly come on over here. Now this is too much water over here. I can already see it. I'm gonna make it work. Okay. Well, I think the final four players, four teams. Now see, this is just about how much y'all can see. I'm into it. I think they have figured out who's going to the Super Bowl. And of course, you know, they're talking about the entertainment at the Super Bowl. All right, I'm going back over here, getting close to that white line. I don't know who's playing. I don't know if you guys know. I heard it on the news, but child, I don't know. I didn't retain it. I'm coming on over here while I got this brown on the tip, and I'm coming in here just for these little detail areas right here. And I just treat it like a colored pencil. Coming on through here. I could come in here with a little bit of black. Then I already know sometimes it may be too much. Let's test it. Ooh, that is intense. But this is wet right here. Let's see if I can wiggle out a little bit. Making too much of a mess. That adds to the three-dimensionality of it all. But I think I need to add a little bit more brown, because this is just looking a little watered out. But for our principal purposes today, I think we're saying what we need to say. Okay? So now that helps. Now let's clean out that black and go ahead and finish this brown in this area. And then we'll see what else we need to do. We probably do need another coat of the brown, but we'll see. Let's see, what is this thing saying? Use iPhone as webcam. Yay, great. That's wonderful. All right, let me check in with you so you could take a peek and see. Okay. It's shaping up. We still have work to do. Oh, girl, hello, thank you. We still have work to do. That purple is really, really vivid. So, yeah, we got work to do. Okay. Let's see. It is. Uh-oh. I thought I brought a little water out here to drink, but it's not enough. Let's keep moving. And let's go ahead in this area right here. Just gonna keep moving along, and then I'll check the comments and everything in a moment. All right. And we're just blending this part just carefully right here. And then we're going to, I do believe we need another coat over here. So let me finish this last part over here, and then let me add a little bit of water. And then we're going to get a little bit of paint. Get over here, got my pinky. All right, so we're just gonna blend this out here, and then let me check these comments and see if anybody knows who the Super Bowl teams are that were the finalists to make it. Because honey, when you tell you, Hello there. Hoping you're well. Great, great, great. Hoping you are well. Let's see here. I hope you learned something from me. Hey there. I'm looking at the comments now. I'm taking a break. When I'm painting, I can't see it. So I'm looking at it now. Oh, that's cool. Wonderful. All right. Alex. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that you are well. I wonder what grade you're in now. Because you know Miss Lenoir's been around for a minute now. But you know I'm looking at the door. I'm looking at their retirement. Hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, so we're just going to blend this out from this part right here, and then we're going to double check. All right. We're going to have to make that area a little darker. And I may have to add some black to this. It's coming along. So yeah, I think this will be the only one this evening. Okay. So that's kind of helping back here to make it feel a little more 3D. All right, let me peek over here. Hello, hello. Is it Sophie? Okay, hello. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Judith, bless you. I'm saying Judith, I've got one of my little ones. That's where that's where I get it. So Judith, thank you, bless you, bless you, bless you, thank you. Okay. All right, I think I'm caught up. No. Some of the girls are in there putting on chapstick. Oh my goodness. That's been a long time. That's probably been about 6 years ago, maybe. That's funny that you bring that up. I think I got on her case because she already had enough on. Oh my goodness. Now I'm not gonna ask you where you are now because I know if you were just there a couple years ago, then no, I don't want you to reveal that out here, babe, because we don't know who's out here in these tic-tac streets, honey. We don't know. All right. So I'm looking at it the way you guys are looking at it. And yeah, let's see. I think I just made a little hot mess right here. All right. Okay. Let me come right on over here. Add a little bit more here. All right. All right. I might have to get just a little bit more paint and bring it on over through here. All right. Sorry, this one may not be terribly exciting. There we go. We're going to blend that out just a little bit over here. Okay, so it's coming along. This is drying out a little bit, but you see how that all soaked through there, kind of like a paper towel. So you know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, I probably need to get some black down through here to really make that feel like it's sitting in the snow and the light is coming this way and that shadow is up underneath here. So I got to get that going. Okay, so we're working on that. All right. Okay. Let me turn it. Let me make sure this is good. And I'm going to check back in here. And I think I'm going to come on in here with a little bit of this blue. Okay, just to Start popping that back over there. Okay. There we go. All right. I am trying to see if I want to add a little bit of this here. And I do. Because that takes that and makes that shadow. Okay, let me keep going. Try not to blend where I'm not supposed to blend, but it inevitably happens. That's just part of it. We just keep on moving. All right, so that took a little bravery, but we went on in here and pushed that on back so that it feels like it's three-dimensional. Okay, and then we're going to carry this. I'm going to clean this out. Carry a little bit of this blue over here, like that. That starts to make things happy. We blend that up a little bit. Because in reality, it doesn't have to be this stark, bright white. We could maybe gray out the snow a little bit so that football really does pop. And maybe that's what I'll do. And then I'll probably end it on that about 8 o'clock. Let's see. Oh, how about we get the brown out of there? Oh, I am torn about doing another round of brown. Let's see. I might as well. Okay. We gotta keep this moving since the other part has kind of dried up a little bit. And let's see, we're either gonna be a success or a hot mess. Let's see how this is gonna blend out. Okay, I think we needed that second coat. Let's see what that's shaping up to be. Yep. Needed that second coat, y'all. Sometimes the first one is just not enough. Even when you're using acrylic paint, sometimes that second coat just kind of unifies everything together. All right, let's see if that's making things richer. I think so. Now, I'll be happy about this now. I was hesitant. I didn't think I was going to need it, but yeah, it did. That second coat is the clincher. All right. Now that made it look richer, like it's supposed to be there. Hey, I'm glad you like it, because it's like, in my mind, in my lazy mind, I'm like, that first coat is enough. But in the art, oh my God, bless you, girl. I'm sitting up here, and it's all like this whole game over TikTok, baby. But I get in here and try to play. I go get my little money. So when I get in these rooms that I enjoy, I do try to gift up a little bit. So I thank you. Let's see. What I want to do is go ahead and kind of neutralize this down here just a little bit. And this is going to go kind of fast down here. Oh, I got too much black in there. Let's go ahead. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So now, okay. Let's get a little bit of water over here. And we're just knocking down the white of the snow just a little bit. It's still bright white, but we want that football to be the star of the show. Let's see, are we going to a little bit darker here, probably a little bit there, and we're going to have to go back in there with a little bit more black. Okay, let's come on back up over here, and I'm going to bring that purple. Let me get a little bit more. Oh, this paper is still very kind of wet over here. That might be a little bit too much, but I'm coming back in this area, trying to make sure we've got that shadow. Soften that shadow a little bit, and then let me pull that out because you guys can't see that. And this is almost like fluorescent pink, but it's really a richer, more neutral purple. Let me see if I can knock that down a little bit. All right. I'm just going to come back over here just a little bit. Just a little bit to soften that up. Okay, so yeah, we are winding it on down. Just kind of knocking that back a little bit so that the bright whiteness of what's actually here on the football is the star of the show. Okay, because it all can stay white, but as a visual, let me see, as a visual, what do you call it? Trick. Let's see. I need to try to lift those off back there. And that's all, like I said, that's all, I'm going to call it paper lint because we've just been rolling. Let's get that off of here. I'm okay with this, y'all. It's simple. It's, you know, trying to see if I need a little bit of shadow here as I'm winding this down. I think this might be too dark. Let's test it. Let's see. Let's get a little water. Let's see, I should have wet that first. Because see, now, because I didn't wet it first, the paper sucked it in, and it's right there to stay. So we got to get over here and act like we intended to do that and do another one right next to it. All right, but now it's really too strong. But we can keep on with it. We decided to do it. We were grown enough to do it. We got to be grown enough to live with it. Okay, we were grown. Let's come over here and darken this part. Baby, we said we were going to be grown and do it. That's what we did. All right, let's add a little bit of water to this. Let's see, I should have once again added a little bit of water. And I know to do it, I just didn't. I already know that. That really helps. But you know what? This little piece of snow right here is too bright because this is still in shadow. All right, now I'm going against my better mind, but here we go. We're going to make this part super dark right here. And I really need my big brush because in that way I'm not, what does my grandmother say, dilly-dallying. You see that? That's too much, but you know what? We were grown enough to do it. And here we are. Okay, so we are fading this out over here. Nothing. I think it's working out okay. Girl, bless you. Girl, we up in here. But see, we needed to go super dark so that it feels like this is nice and round. Sometimes you gotta go for it, even though it may not always be the best. We're gonna add a little bit of blue back up in here. Even though you may not be able to see it, I know I need to add a little bit of glue to cool this shadow off. All right, let's see. What time is that? That's almost 8 o'clock. Yes, we are winding this down. We should be done by 8:05. Okay. Now, also on these parts right here, let me add a little bit. Let's see. These parts right here out of the light. We're here adding just a little bit of shadow. Ooh, that's intense. Let me hurry up and get that off of there. Adding just a little bit of shadow on these little strings right here. Okay. That gives it a little bit more three-dimensional. Girl, look at you over here cutting up. Wait till I tell those people about you. Wait till I tell those people in our group about you, girl. Bless you. Thank you, girl. I'm coming back up over here because, like I say, everything that's white doesn't need to be white. It can be a little bit gray. All right. I think listen, honey, we are coming to the end. All right. Just trying to get some of those shapes of the shadow together to go along with the actual shape of this football. Now I'm ready to turn this hair dryer on just a little bit. I'm going to snatch up a little bit of this purple in this shadow. Just a little bit. Don't want to go too crazy. All right. And all of these little small shadow areas, it just makes it pop a little bit more. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. The light is not too bad. Can you do this without using paint? You definitely can. You can wait until all of this stuff dries and come right on back in here with your little crayons, colored pencils, whatever it is. All right, we are on cool off. Okay. Let's get a little bit of water. Oh, that might be too much. Let's come on up in here. Load up. Adding that little purple. Just brings a little bit of warmth up in there. Y'all, I'm going to say we didn't say what we needed to say. We're ready to wrap this on up. Let me add just a little bit up here. Whoop, that's too much. And I don't know if it's just tired because it's already still a little bit wet. But that looks like dirt. And I'm going to own it because I did it. Let's see. Just a smidge. Just a smidge to make this back up here. All right, y'all. I think I'm okay with it. Let me bring in the reference. Again, it feels like the shadow is going that way. Hold on. Let me get my stand, wherever that is. All right. So this is the setup. This is where I am looking as my reference. This is where I need TikTok to be, but I can't figure out how to get the correct permissions. I thought once I had 1,000 people, then I could add TikTok over here, but that's not the case. I can't figure it out, but we're going to figure it out. Now that looks like a spot stain. You don't have to do all of that. That's me doing too much. And if I wanted to, I could go back, and I want to, but I'm not going to do it. Maybe add a little bit more black here. And then, where's my white paint? Did I get rid of it? This is what I'm going to do. I'm so sorry. I'm doing it one-handed now. Hold on. I'll put me a little bit of, on the other side, put me a little bit of acrylic. Put me a little bit of acrylic out here. And this is just an index card. I'm going to put me just a little tad bit of acrylic. And then this is what we're going to do. Uh-oh, no. Put a piece of paper towel down in the water. Because I had to use that paper towel to dab up my little bit of mess that I made here. But let's do this. Let me look at my reference. Make it a little bit more. What is that? That's 802? Yep. Let me pull this a little bit closer. Make it a little bit more. Now you can just be radical back here. There we go. Just a few more. And then we're going to call that another day. Right. All right. Well, I don't know where my other tripod is. Yes, I do. Here we go. We're going to set this up and we're going to close on out. We are closing this on out. Hold on just a second. It is 8:03. And I think what we're going to do is, oh, yo, I'm so sorry. Let me get back over here so I can catch my whole life. Flip camera. All right, here we go. Okay, now let me hold this up. Oh, let me come back over here. Okay, so now we can add this to the stage because I have picked up my computer. So I've got my other camera right here. It is basically sitting right in my lap as I'm painting. This one here, it does okay, but every time I move my hand, the light kind of changes. This is actually a better camera, but I need it like above me, but you know, it is what it is until we can add some updates. But that is everything for today. Let me hold it up. A little football picture. So much fun. All right. And like I say, I'm not a football girl, but we're doing what's popular. My son is going to love it. All right. So I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to wish you guys a good evening. Most of the time I would tell you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Judith. So much fun. And this is not one team or another. This looks like a piece of popcorn sticking out of here. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So we're going to sign off over on this side over here. I probably need to go a little bit longer.